We're live. And we're live. Welcome everyone to Band of the Wolf Reviews. With me today we have Dorian,
Yo,
yeah, Jason,
So,
and me, Emerson. And today we'll be talking about Naruto ending and our thoughts about the Naruto series as a whole, what it meant to us, and how I feel about ending. So yeah, let's start.
Dorian, out of all of us, I think is the biggest fan here. So, Dorian, you want to start?
And then complete silence. Alright, I'll start. So Naruto is the first anime I ever watched, knowing what anime was, and it's also like it's my gateway anime. It's what brought me into anime and made me watch like a lot of different shows. And
Right.
even though I didn't like the second part that much as the first part, I it still meant a lot to me because yeah, like I said, man, it's just my gateway anime. It brought me into anime, and if not for Naruto, I probably wouldn't have started watching anime, or maybe I would, but then later on, so I would have watched a lot less anime.
All right.
I
Let me go
see,
ahead.
see.
Um, my story with Naruto is a bit similar to yours. Um, it was also my gateway. Used to be a big fan of it. Um, then it is like a roller coaster in a way. Like I could like really love it at one point, and then the next like in like a few months later I'll hate it, and then I'll love it again, and I'll hate it. But right now uh I'm a fan of it. I'll say I dropped it once, picked it back up because well every time something happened like the manga, someone would just come to me on Facebook, be it like Dorian or you or like maybe Classic Slayer, whatever, and I'm like might as well just keep reading it, whatever, and just finish up the ride. I'm a huge fan of Sasuke. Always been a fan of his.
Yeah,
Not trained
I
to the
also
rest of
thought about dropping the show actually a few times, but
yeah.
I thought like I've already read like this many chapters, so I can just like continue it, you know?
You're not done,
Like,
Emerson.
yeah, I know, but I just wanted to throw that in there. Yeah, so continue.
You interrupted me. Anyway, it's gonna end in 5 weeks, and I don't know how I feel. I mean, I'm happy because it's time. I mean, like, put it out of its misery. Things are good right now, but if you prolong it anymore, it's gonna get bound to get bad again. So, yeah, Dorian.
Oh well,
Black screen.
well, I started Naruto like back in 2009, and yeah, I became a fan of it. I started marathoning the Shippuden anime, all that stuff in sixth grade. Used to talk to it with my friends, talk about it with my friends. Yeah.
I yeah yeah
Then I caught up to the anime, caught up to the manga. Yeah, I've grown with it, so to say.
yeah man. How old are you again?
Me?
No no no. Dorian.
Oh,
No, never mind, never mind. Forget it. Forget I asked that. We don't have to say
And
our age.
I'm really sad it's ending because I've been following it for so long. So
I know, man.
it's gonna be
It's,
tough.
like I wanted it to end, but it like that announcement came like really sudden, man, and just didn't like expect it, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
It was like you were thinking like, well, it's going to end this year, but he'll probably prolong it to like at the exact end of this year, but it's actually coming sooner than I expected, man.
Mm,
uh,
yeah.
definitely. I'm happy. Um, a lot of the big time reviewers are not happy. Uh,
Yeah,
they're gonna
losing viewers.
they're gonna lose a lot of money. So they probably gonna jump on that fairy tale bandwagon real quick.
Oh, I hope not, man. I hope not. Please, no fairy tale, man.
King of Lighting probably will. I know he will.
No fairy and King of Lighting dropped fairy tale. Remember?
No, but he needs the YouTube money. He doesn't have a job. He's in college. I mean, like, unless you're getting money from your parents, I don't see how he's gonna be able to make a living if he
Well,
loses
the one
that.
thing I'm actually glad about with Naruto ending is that a lot of people like only watch Naruto, you know?
Yeah,
And I think this is a good chance to like get into other anime to watch because there are a lot of anime that are like really good and
yeah.
way better than Naruto.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just started the dislike storm there. But yeah, there are a lot of shows that are just as good and better than Naruto out there, and I think it's just a good opportunity like to just go and watch something else, you know?
For sure, man.
Mm.
Because when I started Naruto and I got up, like I was like I was marathoning, so every time I had free time, I was just watching Naruto just to catch up to it.
Yeah,
And when I got up, like I had nothing to do, so then I picked up the manga, I started reading that, and then I also got up to the manga. Then I again didn't have anything to do, so I just went to the next show, and the big three is still really popular, so I went with Bleach back then. Did the
yeah.
same
Yeah,
story with
I
that.
see.
Then I picked up One Piece, same story, and then I just watched all kinds of anime, actually every genre, everything basically, man.
You know what's funny? I think after I caught up to One Piece is when I started to like watch more anime. Like it's weird because that didn't happen with Bleach or Naruto. Like when I caught up to them, I was just like, okay, I don't care about anything else. But now One Piece. Well, let's not turn. Never mind. I was about to praise One Piece or something, but
Yeah,
I
well,
don't. I don't.
it's nice to keep it at Naruto, but
Yeah.
next one.
Uh,
Yeah.
what's what's next?
So, well, I think we've all like expressed what Naruto meant for us, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how we felt about it ending. And that was the video, guys. That's the end. No, sorry. But, all right, but seriously. But seriously, like, all right. So, yeah, let's just talk about the Naruto series as a whole in general right now. So, like, I already said, like, I like the beginning of Naruto, like, way better than the second part because I just thought it was better written and
A lot less inconsistencies.
yeah, there were a lot less inconsistencies in it because the first part was more of like Naruto overcoming like fates, I guess.
Yeah.
And the second part is more about bringing Sasuke back, and then we have the undertone of him bearing the hatred, which I think I know how he's writing it, and I understand why he's writing it that way, but it's kind of annoying that he keeps like forgiving everyone. And like,
Yeah,
for example, like Obito being one of his inspiring senseis, you know?
Mm.
the guy that murdered your parents. Your
Yeah, exactly. He fucking
oh,
he killed your parents. Like same
Yeah.
thing. He killed one of your friends, Neji. Like
yeah,
he
Uh,
destroyed headquarters. He killed your
you know,
fellow shinobis, and then like, well, he's not one of my important teachers. Like next to Jiraiya and Kakashi Sensei. It's like, come
yeah,
on, man.
that's
I know
retarded, but
I know this is supposed to be like a manga, not realistic, but the your ideals have to be like realistic. Like I know it's not it's a manga, but come on, man, he killed your parents. It's a little bit too forgiving. I mean, if someone killed my parents, we'd be
yeah.
enemies forever. I don't give a fuck.
Well, he
And
also did that with Nagato.
yeah, Nagato too.
To two, but
But still,
Nagato
it's
killed his
important
sensei.
development,
in
honestly.
Nagato's defense,
Yeah,
Nagato had like he did bring most of the people he killed like back, so he kind of completely reversed everything he did except for the
it,
Jiraiya killing.
yes,
And
that's the big one, man. That's the
yeah,
big one.
and I think he because he faced Nagato he learned something important, and with Obito, I don't know, he was just like, well, it's fine. You're on our side now. It's all okay, man.
Yeah,
You know, like,
that makes
Yeah.
sense. I'm just not a big fan of Kishimoto's writing as far as characters go.
well, I don't think
Um,
he's a bad writer. I just think like shonen in general, like has certain elements that every story need to have, like the friendship parts. You know?
no,
Yeah.
it doesn't. That's not necessary,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. It is.
No, it's not.
Have
It's
you
not.
ever read a shonen where friendship isn't important?
True. Death
No,
Note.
not at the top of my head, but if you give me a few minutes, I can think of shonen where friendship is not important. I mean, like it's not as important as Naruto for sure. They stress that a little too much. Like
Well,
to the point
the
where
friendship
you almost think
plays a large role actually in Naruto, like with Naruto and Sasuke.
it
So,
what?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It plays in an entirely too big role, man.
yeah, no,
To the point where like you got people on YouTube like doing that, like claiming these two niggas are gay. Like, come on now, like this too much.
well, also,
Nah, we all know
before
it's brotherly love.
We know
it's
that.
Hashirama and Madara. Like, haven't you watched Sword Art 7 Mages videos at all? Come on, you have to have seen that love between Madara and
Hashirama.
yeah,
Let me
exactly.
see.
Yeah,
Uh, did you said Kishimoto is not a bad writer?
yeah.
Okay. Because
You want to guard the argument that, but then, all right.
I mean he's good, man, but you got to keep it going. Like part one was great, and then you got part two, which was it's good in some instances, but at the same time,
Yeah, like part
I
two
just don't
is
like how he writes his characters a lot.
yeah, no, like part two, for most part, it's like it has its moments, you know, but everything in between those moments isn't that good.
It's not very well put together. I'll put it
And
like that.
I think like the
Well,
big part of the second or part two that I didn't like is that in part one we have like the four different teams, like Team 7, Team 8, 9, 10, was it, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So and they get redeveloped, and then in part two they like get completely like ignored.
That's what I
Yeah,
mean
that's
by
true,
like.
but
That's
Like
what I
in the
mean by
last
bad
arc is
writing, man.
like this last arc. That's when we get to see what they learned in those years. Like you get to see them fight a bit beforehand, but we don't really see that much new stuff, you know?
No, but you're talking about the
yeah.
main characters.
Yeah, of team 8, 9, 10.
Rock Lee and
Okay,
those guys.
let me tell you what I mean by he's a bad writer. Okay, you in part one you set up these side characters, Neji, Shikamaru, these great side characters like Gara, and then in part two you just completely forget about them. Gara you don't forget about him like in the beginning, but then I don't know like it's just like he doesn't use
Gara
him
is well developed,
like it's
actually.
Gara's well developed, but I don't feel like Kishimoto to the uses him to the best that you can use Gara. I feel like there's other things you could do with Gara, especially
Yeah.
Neji. I love Neji. You could have done way more with him. After we found out he was a Jonin, and then he does literally nothing after that. Shikamaru had his arc, but even so, we don't see him do much of anything either. Tamari's a good character that he doesn't use. If you like, this is how I see it. If you have these side characters, don't keep them alive and you don't know what to do with them, don't keep them alive for all this time, and then and not kill them off. Like just kill them off, put them out of misery. Fate Zero does that. I think like well not
Well,
let
of
me
Fate
not say
Zero
that.
it was
That's bad.
necessary, so I don't think
Let me not say that. Let me
completely
not say
different.
that. That's completely different. And then you have Sasuke. I love Sasuke, but it at times it seems as though Kishimoto doesn't know what to do with him as well,
Yeah,
because
he flip
he
flops
has
a
like
lot.
he has like maybe four
True.
different motivations throughout the entire show. Like it changes every so often. Sakura is just bad. Kishimoto already said himself he doesn't know how to write female characters. She's a bad character.
True.
Even the fan base hates Sakura. Naruto, in my
But
opinion,
she
he's
still
still
has
But,
developed
but
a
like
little.
I only see
it
everyone
doesn't
like
matter,
hating on
bro.
Sakura, but nobody's talking about Tenten.
Tenten is just
Tenten is the
But like I
worst.
mean, the only action Tenten has is like anime filler, right?
Yeah,
this is my point.
sort of.
If your characters aren't well written, then how can you say he's a good writer? He's not a bad writer.
Well, like
How?
my point is like first part, you'll agree with me that part one was really good, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll definitely
it
agree.
was
That was
really good.
amazing.
It was really well written. It wasn't like the best thing ever, but it was pretty well written. And
Definitely for a
then
shonen.
with the second part, I think like he was in the first part he was building to the climax of the Naruto Sasuke fight,
Yeah.
and afterwards I just think he wanted to emphasize it too much, the Naruto Sasuke thing.
I'll also say like Naruto's growth, strength wise,
It's pretty
is
weak.
weird. It's weird because after the time skip from part 1 to 2, he seemed weak. Like he should have grown a bit more than he should have. And then after he gets Sage Mode to like the Tail Beast form, it feels too much. Like Sage Mode, in my opinion, should have been after the time skip or whatever. In my opinion,
Well, I think that's too soon, but um,
Mm,
that he trained with us a legendary signing for 3 years. That's not too soon, man.
I know, but he was still a kid, so I don't think it
He
wasn't.
no,
I don't think he was ready for that.
Yeah, no, I
that's
think what he
no, you
should have
can't say
learned
that.
was wind element. That's what he should have learned after training at least because he didn't learn.
Rasengan!
But one odd thing because why I think like he is a good writer is because well we have the first part which is really good, and second part if it was really that bad then people would have stopped reading it a long time ago and then would have been cancelled eventually, you know?
I don't agree with that, but okay.
Yeah, that's
Because like
true.
I feel
That's
like
a solid argument.
some people just have characters they're attached to, and that's why a lot of them keep going, or either they're attached to some characters or they just want to see it end. I don't think it's because
No, but I think like
well,
in
you're right, you're right,
Shippuden,
you're right.
we have these moments, and
I
the
agree.
build up to these moments are like really good, and those moments
Yeah,
are really good, and I think he knows how to write those moments to like keep you interested in it.
like Jiraiya's death, man. That was
Yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah,
Uh,
Itachi.
yes, yes, that was so good.
it's all really good, man. Like, but it's the
Yeah.
parts in between. Like, he knows how to write fights. He knows how to make like emotional impact moments.
Like I was having
Yeah.
this conversation with this girl on this girl on Mal the other day.
No. No.
Oh, and then she said, I was just pointing out some good fights Kishimoto has written, and she just pretty much shut down everything I said. She was like, oh, every fight was just shitty after Itachi Sasuke. And I'm like, that's
That's
crazy, bro.
bullshit.
It's
That's
bullshit.
absolute
It's
bullshit.
bullshit. You gotta give the man credit for his fights. Those he he
Indeed.
does a great job with his fights.
Yeah, like when Madara comes into the battlefield and he wrecks everyone. That's fucking amazing.
That
Yeah,
was amazing.
you bet.
Animated, it was even more amazing.
Yeah, I know. Like in that new opening, you see Madara breakdancing, and that's just the shit, man. I want to see that animated right now.
I
Oh
can't
yeah,
wait.
opening 16.
But
Yo,
like,
that
I'm
shit
not
looks
gonna lie, but I
godly.
saw the opening and that looked fucking amazing, and I want to see more of it.
It's gonna be good.
Oh my god. So beautifully animated.
Yeah,
What's up,
it,
manga guys?
but also, I think like one of the things I like about part one of the anime is the music because I think the music was way better in part one than in part two.
Yeah.
Like that,
Sadness and sorrow.
yeah, that fucking soundtrack was. Oh God, it makes everything fucking
Du,
sad,
du,
man.
du, du, du.
It makes every.
I'm not gonna embarrass myself and start singing it.
Yeah, same here.
Dorian, go ahead.
Sadness and sorrow at the Zabuza arc.
That
Yo,
was epic. That was epic.
Yeah,
that
like the
was.
first time it didn't do anything for me, but after rewatching it, it was pretty sad. Pretty
Who's
sad.
what's everybody's favorite arc in Naruto and I say top three favorite arcs. Naruto.
It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one.
I mean, it's not tough
First,
for me.
Chunin exams,
Yeah.
then Pain
Yeah.
Invasion, then Zabuza arc. For me.
Okay. For me, it great choices, by the way, man. For me, it's uh Kage Summit arc. Um, then tuning exams. Then Emerson, go ahead while I think of my last one.
Yeah, I'm also still thinking about the last one. I know for sure, like, my first place is tuning exam. Second is Sasuke retrieval arc. But my number three arc, I don't know actually.
So your favorites, most of them are in part one.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I don't know. Like, when I think of Shippuden, I don't really like. I know moments that I really like, but I don't like have a particular like arc I really enjoyed that much. You know?
I mean, what about there's no Sasuke arc in particular that you are
No.
fond of?
Well, not really, no. Oh, wait. No, I've got it. Like, I'm going to cheat and say that my third favorite arc is the Kakashi Obito flashback.
Oh, you know, look,
It's like only fucking like 4 chapters or so. I don't know, 2 anime episodes. So
Dorian,
Yeah, it's awesome. Oh my god.
Dorian, do you know if the Shikamaru arc? I don't know what it's called, but do you know if that was an arc? The one with Azuma and Shikamaru.
yeah, that's
Yeah, with Hidan and Kakuzu.
Yes, that's number three for me, definitely.
Really? That's
Yeah,
like my number 6 or something, actually.
still good, man. I mean,
Yeah, it's
really.
still very good. I still really liked it.
Shikamaru beat like a top tier guy with just
Yeah.
intelligence, bro. It's just, oh man.
One arc that I think is underrated is when Naruto he did that tailed beast training with Killer Bee, with
Oh yeah, that was
Kisame and stuff. You
well,
know that arc?
yeah, but I don't know. I
yeah.
find it quite boring actually.
You did?
Uh,
I
Yeah,
actually
I
thought it was a really good arc.
I thought it had some good action, at least.
I don't know. Well, we get to see Yamamoto kidnapped and raped, so it's something. Like after the war's over, we'll see him like totally exhausted from being raped by Zetsus all this time. It's going to be fucking like amazing. Like you don't even see him on the poster anymore. It's like he's just been raped to death, man.
Oh man. Who's everybody's favorite side character?
Side character, like all right. So we're saying like Team Seven are the main characters and the rest are side characters, I assume.
Well, yeah.
All right then, Madara Uchiha, no
No,
questions.
no, no. Madara's like a villain. I don't think he's considered a side character.
He's a sporting
Is
character.
Itachi a side character?
Is Orochi a
Yeah.
side character?
I
I
guess
don't
I'll
know,
go with
my
Shikamaru.
favorite character is Itachi.
Well, wait, Shikamaru. I really like Shikamaru in like part one, but in part two he doesn't like do enough. I don't. I like the tactics he used in part one more.
Yeah, but it doesn't take anything away from his character. That's just Kishimoto not using him. It's
Yeah,
not.
I know, but that's what sucks. He feels like a Tenten in this war. I mean, he didn't do.
No, no. Nah,
No,
man.
I
Get
still
in my
like my
mood like when you're
Shikamaru.
ready.
Oh, sorry. I downgraded Shikamaru to Tenten. Like Tenten shouldn't like. All right, so I thought like Tenten was going to do something with that sage tool, you know,
Oh yeah.
the sealing thing. I thought she was going to do something because she had that like in her hand just before she became like a cocoon thing. But no, didn't fucking happen. Like she doesn't do anything again. I was expecting like Tenten to pull off a miracle and save the fucking day, but no.
What's your favorite fights in Naruto?
Naruto versus Sasuke.
Mine's
Shikamaru,
probably Naruto
Shikamaru,
versus Pain.
and Shikamaru versus Tamari.
Oh, Or Gara versus Rock Lee.
Yeah,
That's
that was
also one of my
yeah,
favorites.
yeah. That's my top three. That's my top three.
Yeah. And Naruto versus Sasuke, yeah, I agree.
Also, before Jason answers, like, are we ever going to find out why Kagura needed an army, or
Never.
is it
Never.
just going to be plot hole like forever? And are we also never going to find out about Kagurami's brother? Because I find it a bit to be big plot hole. Yeah.
Nah.
Why not? Like, I want to
The
know.
Kaguya stuff, I agree, but Hagoromo's brother, nah, he's
Well,
not really that important.
he's like the brother of fucking Sage of Six Pack. Like, he should be able to
Nah,
do shit.
not that.
Would you expect him, like, in this 5 chapters to just, like, Naruto and Sasuke are fighting and suddenly, like, Hagoroma's brother comes and, like, stops the fight? Like, hey, I'm just going to explain to you guys why Kagura need an army so we can fill this pothole, guys. So stop the fight. Break time, break. Wait for the bell to ring again. But yeah, plot holes, man, plot holes. There are a lot of fucking plot holes in that last arc. But yeah, you may go with your top 3 fights now, Jason. I feel like Jason's screen froze.
Yeah, I think so too, to be honest.
I think like that Jason just suddenly dropped out of the call, and yeah, with that, never knowing what Jason's top 3 nerd devices, I think we should end the call. Yeah, agree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I think we basically we talked about more than we planned, I guess. Well, actually, didn't plan. We just suddenly went on the call and just recorded. But yeah, I think that's it, man.
See ya.
So guys, if you enjoyed us rambling about Naruto, which I don't know, I really don't know. I'm doubting it. But if you did like it, and if you didn't dislike it, and tell us why, although
Fuck you.
although we probably know why, but that doesn't matter. And be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos, because next we'll review Psychopaths, and that will be recorded in as soon as Jason recovers from his internet fail. So, yeah. So, and with that, Jason joins again, and we'll see you later in the next episode of Man of the Wolf Reviews.